to Adulting with Anna. Right now I'm sitting in my kitchen and I'm going to put away the clean things that have been drying so that when I make dirty things, I don't pile them up in the sink. Now, why is this important? You know what happens when we don't put away the clean dishes. We get overwhelmed when that's not where this goes. We get overwhelmed when we walk into the kitchen, and then it gets so bad that we start just working out. Fern, have you ever just worked out of the dishwasher?
That's my week right now, is working out of the dishwasher.
You're just getting the clean things out of the dishwasher, and then I saw this meme recently that was my favorite thing is when I do dishes so I can cook dinner so I can do dishes for the rest of my life. Yeah. Also, this is pointless. I don't understand why there are two. For if it's salad that's particularly jumpy, just wants to get out. I don't know. How does this relate to the business world? Well, let me show you somewhere else where I will make this mistake. And yes, I am going to abandon those. So coming over here. Last time I watched one of these videos and I left a sock on the couch the entire time. This is the inbox for things that I'm going to file. It is where things I'm supposed to file go to die. I have filing cabinets that are well organized and labeled, and that one didn't open. I also have this, because I'm so distrustful of this inbox, I put a sticky note in these that says file, and yes, this is a toll bill I haven't paid. So we can make this same mistake. Over to the blackboard we go to discuss this. We can make this same mistake with our personal life and our professional life. Now, last week we talked about two problems with incrementalism. And we were pitching incrementalism when we did our laundry as a good thing and as something that can be okay in business. And this week, find my chalk again. This week, we're going to add a third one where the task becomes unmotivating. It stops you from being motivated to do your work, because that's the problem. This is not a responsibility issue. This is a lack of motivation. I have enough motivation to get through one task, part of the task, but not through all of the task. And then that hanging over my head stops me from completing the rest of the task. Now, I am not going to give you effective solutions for stopping this from happening. For me, it's getting enough sleep. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And I know Mel Robbins has a 5-second rule where you count down. Have you heard that one, Fern?
Yeah. I like the one where you don't think about it and you count down from 5 and then immediately start.
Good. So yeah, so these are great strategies. Now, what I can tell you is how this relates to music theory. So most of you, if you have seen The Sound of Music, you have heard the song Do a Deer, so you're familiar with a major scale. Also, most basic elementary school programs are going to teach you about a major scale. So there's this pesky tone in a major scale called the leading tone, and it's the second to last tone that you're going to play. There's something about it that just gets our emotional attention, and we want to get to the end of the song when we hear that. So if I play this scale and then just walk away, that's really annoying for you to hear. And especially if I put different chords in it and increase the tension on purpose. You want to hear this. If you go to school to become a composer, one of the things that you'll be taught to look out for in your music is, do you have any unresolved leading tones? They're holding all this tension. I think of these moments like this filing cabinet, this file inbox that I don't use well, and the dishes. When I do half of the task, it's like I'm stopping at the leading tone. Would not be motivating for me to come back to the piano and every time I'm hearing and having to hear that again. We want to hear that sound. So I would love to hear what you do to manage this tension of unresolved work. And I'm hoping that thinking about it as a musical term will make it a little bit less scary to confront. I hope we can all get better at this. Okay, look next week at the Isabel page because we're going to be talking about different mental health strategies. Thanks for watching. For the record, I did go back and finish those dishes, put the dirty ones away, and, well, I thought that was closer. But this filing cabinet now opens, so that's very exciting. Yeah. Have a good day.